How King Charles will honor Queen Elizabeth 2 years after her death while in Balmoral. Charles will commemorate his late mother's 70-year reign and legacy during a private day of reflection. Hello viewers, welcome to Royal Informate. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any updates about the British monarchy. King Charles will mark the second anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's death with a service of prayer and reflection on Sunday in Scotland. King Charles and Queen Camilla will attend the private service at Crathie Church near Balmoral, where they are continuing their traditional 6-week summer residence. Palace aides have said it will be a private day of reflection for the couple, who will mark the occasion at Balmoral, where Queen Elizabeth died on September 8, 2022, at age 96. On Saturday, Charles, who has been undergoing treatment following a cancer diagnosis in February, will attend the Bremer Games, a Highland tradition much loved by his late mother and father Prince Philip. During her reign, Queen Elizabeth attended the games every year with her family, a tradition King Charles is keen to continue. It's very fitting for the king to be in Scotland, the country his mother loved so much, and where she died on the anniversary of her death. Ingrid Seward, author of My Mother and I, about the relationship between King Charles and the late Queen Elizabeth II. It is only 2 years since her death, but a lot has happened. The transition from Queen Elizabeth to King Charles has been seamless. It's not been too much of a jump, and while I think many people worried Charles was too old for the job, his maturity has proved exactly what we needed at a time of turbulence. Certainly, the past 2 years have been a time of change. As he reflects on his mother's life and legacy, this weekend will also be an opportunity for Charles to contemplate the many challenges the royal family has faced. Just 18 months after his coronation, King Charles was diagnosed with cancer after undergoing treatment for a benign prostate condition. His daughter-in-law Kate Middleton also announced she had been diagnosed with cancer weeks later, following major abdominal surgery in January. It has not been the year that anyone thought it would be, and it has presented logistical challenges, but the king and queen have made the best of very difficult circumstances, said a palace aide. Following the king's cancer diagnosis, adjustments were made to his diary program, and for about 3 months, he was unable to carry out public-facing duties to minimize the risk to him while he went through treatment. In hindsight, it was a relatively short period out of the spotlight, and Charles continued to carry out light desk work. Since the accession and throughout his treatment, the king has kept the focus on his core issues: climate, community, culture and the Commonwealth, added the palace aide. Now another C has been added to the list: cancer. The king can now engage with the cancer community on a very real and human level. Rather than shy away from the subject, he has leaned into it and personally highlighted the need for screening. I would expect that we will see more of that in the future. He now has a personal stake in the game. It has buoyed him to see how his own condition can highlight issues around cancer awareness. The same for the Queen, who carried out a cancer-related engagement this week. In the period Charles was unable to carry out engagements, Queen Camilla stepped up, traveling around the country visiting centers and organizations. Privately, Charles was frustrated that the fatigue from his treatment was holding him up, but as aides point out, he has ticked the boxes for each of the cornerstones of his work since becoming king. In December, King Charles delivered an address at the COP28 Climate Summit, in which he warned the world remained dreadfully far off track in key climate targets. The COP showcase speech he gave stands out as groundbreaking, added the aide. It's extraordinary for our head of state to be invited to speak at such a conference. There have also been a handful of state visits to France and Germany, and to one Commonwealth country, Kenya. The king has also received the President of South Africa, the President of South Korea, and the Emperor and Empress of Japan, most recently in June. While King Charles could not attend the Commonwealth Day service in March, he recorded a video statement, and this autumn, Charles and Queen Camilla will carry out a tour to Australia and attend a Commonwealth summit in Samoa. Despite the unexpected challenges,